New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Good evening, and welcome to Evening Prayer with New Thought Media. I am Reverend Dr. Sharri Johnson, and I'm a member of the New Thought Media prayer team. We are a group of ministers and practitioners from around the world who have made a commitment to be here twice a day, 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time, for just one reason. And that reason is to pray with you, for you, and about you. So, there are some things we want to make sure you know that we know. For instance, there is no such thing as a silly prayer. There never has been, there never could be anything that was too big or too small to pray about. And right on the heels of that one comes another really important thing to know, and that is that there's a very good chance, I'd call it a probability, that you're going to have a prayer request that does not come at 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Not to worry, we got you covered. We have a special email address, prayer@ntmedia.org. It's available 24/7, 365. And the whole reason it exists is so that whenever that prayer request pops into your head or your heart, you can shoot us an email and let it go because it's taken care of. And one of the reasons we are able to do that and all of the other wonderful things that New Thought Media does is because of all of the people who find our website, ntmedia.org. Locate that lovely little donate button and click on it. This gives us the power to expand our reach, to extend the teachings of New Thought literally around the globe. And we are so very grateful for your generosity. And not just your financial generosity. We appreciate your love and your prayers too. And we return that love at least 110%. Now, what we offer at New Thought Media are called affirmative prayers. And what that means is that we don't beg God for anything. We don't try to change God's mind about how the universe works. We understand that none of that is useful. None of that is anything but a waste of time because there's only one reason for prayer. And that reason is to change the conscious awareness of the person doing the praying. For that reason, not only do we pray affirmative prayers, but we pray them in the first person so that you can listen in the first person with the ears of your heart. Hear the words that are spoken as if they were rising up in your own consciousness. Let them become your words. Let the prayer become your prayer. And then you become the prayer who receives the benefit of the prayer. So, we're going to start this evening with a reading, as we always do. This time, it's from Ernest Holmes' First Daily Reader, 365 Science of Mind. And this is the reading from February 24th. The title, which is, of course, as always, a very powerful affirmation, this being February, I open myself to greater love. Can you think of a more important goal? Love is more than a sentiment. It is a need, a hunger, a thirst that is perfectly natural. Anyone who thinks he can live and be happy without it does not know what he's talking about, psychologically, emotionally, or spiritually. Love is the beginning and the end, the impulse in nature that will not be denied. Let us think back beyond the individual to the source of all life. I believe that the whole universe is the givingness of the creative spirit to the delight of its own being into the creation that is itself in that creation. Love is the principle of life, for it is the nature of everything to give. Only the one who loves so much that there is no longer any room for hate will ever arrive at the place where, if there be hate, he will never know it. We are afraid of the greatness because we are so tied down to littleness. We clutch to littleness anxiously and jealously, but so precariously in our hearts. It is essential to see beyond the littleness to something bigger. None of us is as perfect in expression as we ought to be. So the challenge to each of us is to be great enough to rise above in love and charity through the understanding and compassion. Love is the lodestone of life. I respond lovingly to all persons, recognizing that the spiritual life is the real life. I surround myself with love, the key to joyous living. Nice way to wrap up February, don't you think? Let's take this into prayer, and I'm going to invite you to just relax and entrust your chair to support you. Let all of your attention be focused on feeling the love, on being the life that is the love, on experiencing the presence, on knowing you are love. You are presence. You are all there is, because you are God in expression. If it's comfortable, close your eyes. And if it's not, don't bother. It doesn't matter. Just focus on being in the prayer. Here we go. There is only one presence and one power in the universe. God, infinite, omnipotent, unlimited, and unopposed love. I am immersed in this presence, inseparable from this power, and absolutely one with and in the love that expresses it. I know that the light of God surrounds me, that the love of God enfolds me, that the life of God animates me, and the mind of God inspires me, and the presence of God supports me, and the power of God guides my every thought and action. All that God is love. And all that God is, I am. All that I am is the love God is. This truth lives and expresses in and through every cell of my body, every thought of my mind, and every dream of my heart. There is no other. There is only the I am love that includes every I am. This truth unites me with every other creature in existence. It has always been so, and it will always be so. This truth is eternal. This truth is immutable. This truth is unfailing, and it opens my heart and mind to recognize the divinity in all of creation, the blessing in every event, the love at the center of every person, within every dream, and behind every soul's intention. I am unendingly grateful for this truth and for my awareness of it, for my experience of it. In the full and certain knowledge that my word is already fulfilled, I release it now. So it is, so I let it be, so I celebrate. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope that this has been the perfect way to wrap up your day. and that you will come back again and again and again, because New Thought Media Network is way more than just a morning and evening prayer kind of place. We have almost 40 hours of programming every single week. Let me show you the schedule, because there's something really, really cool about it. And that is that on Sundays, 6 different centers live stream their services to our network. We have programs that are music and programs that are classes. We have programs that are interviews and lectures and discussions. We have, and now the good news, which you will not find on ABC, NBC, CBS, or Fox. I love that we have that. We have a little something for everybody. And on Tuesdays at lunchtime, that would be 10 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Mountain, noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. I have a program. It's an interview program for focused ministers. It's called Global Focus Today. Here's the picture. Ta-da. And on this program, I interview ministers who do not have a brick and mortar pulpit. They do not have a congregation. Instead, we have, I'm a focused minister too. We have a special focus for our ministry. Mine is education. But there are as many forms of ministry as there are people on the planet, because spirituality is like everything else. It's evolving. And I am determined to get every single one of them on my show. I have guests who are musicians, and their music brings tears to your eyes and then makes your heart go, ooh, I never thought of that. I have guests who are comedians. Their ministry is comedy. They make you laugh until you're rolling on the floor, clutching your sides with tears running down your face and no noise coming out. And then when you stop, you say, ooh, I never thought of it like that. I have guests who work only with the unhoused. I have one minister who is on my show occasionally, whose only ministry is weddings and memorials, nothing else, weddings and memorials. I have ministers who work with the incarcerated. I have ministers who work with the elderly or with children. I have ministers whose entire ministry is with animals. As many kinds of ministry as there are people on the planet, and I'm really, really planning to get them all on. And the really wonderful, powerful thing about this program for me is that I have yet, not one time, failed to learn something I didn't already know from one of my guests. Even the ones who've come back, they learned something since the last time they were here, and they teach it to me, so I have a not wasted day, because I think a day is wasted when I didn't learn anything. And you might learn something too. So join us. 10 Pacific, 11 Mountain, noon Central, 1 Eastern, every Tuesday. I hope you'll join us. And I hope that between now and the next time I see you, you will have a marvelous life, fabulous days, and this evening, the best night's sleep ever, followed by a powerful and exciting and expressive day. In the meantime, have a great week. Bye-bye.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings.